What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Burnout Bobby YouTube channel. I am sorry for the delay in content. I'll explain that at a different time. Today, I want to go over the KTM Duke. I have the 2021 KTM Duke 390, as you know, and I had worked with Powertronic on a couple things. You guys have reached out and asked, hey, have you tried the Powertronic Fuel X Pro with the Powertronic ECU? I have that currently on there right now. So we're going to see what it's like to have the Powertronic ECU along with the Powertronic Fuel X. So I'll go ahead and show you real quick. So you can see I have the Fuel X mounted in my bar so that I can adjust on the fly, plus minus, to add or take away fuel from the injector there. I have the ECU set up in there, and then Fuel X. This is the best way I found for it to work and still have room in there. These are just for my blinkers, you don't mind that. So have both of them hooked up. Right now with having the, I'll go over this as well because I get a lot of you guys saying stuff in the comments. You need a filter on the airbox. And I haven't shown y'all, but there is a filter on the airbox. I have a uni filter on my airbox there. So with that being said, I'm gonna button this up. We'll get started. Because I have that, I don't have a cat. I still have the post cat box, but then I have an open tip off of that. Right now I have the Fuel X at setting number 8. So I'm gonna go ahead and put on the helmet and start recording, go on the road, and give you my real-time review of this.
Alright, so now we have the Powertronic Fuel X Pro with the Powertronic ECU. It's probably about 85 degrees out right now. It's not the coldest, I guess you would say. It's hot Florida. So right away I'm feeling a good difference with this. Having just the ECU itself is nice. It's definitely a noticeable difference. You can feel the peppiness. It's definitely a lot more aggressive. The only thing is it's just super choppy. And that's kind of the issue with the Duke as it is even from the factory. I noticed it's kind of like spotty with the throttle, like the response. So if you were in like the low end of a high gear, you would feel like the choppiness, just like the bogging, which naturally can happen with like if you do it with a car and stuff like that. But just testing out right now, it's very smooth. The acceleration's nice. I do have it at, I believe it's level setting number 9 right now. So I have this on the fly where I can adjust it. I have the airbox lid. I took the cat out, and I have just a tip there for the exhaust. So I was just testing that out, feeling it. My biggest issue with the Duke factory is how choppy it was. It just didn't feel very smooth like a bike should, especially for being fuel injected and not carbureted. With having this ECU and having the Fuel X, instantly it's a noticeable difference. Now they do have the Fuel X Lite, which is the auto-tune version. I chose not to do that. I kind of still like the old school way of tuning by the seat of my pants. I know what I have in the bike, I know what needs to be done, so I can adjust it on the fly. I want to say sorry for the delay in content too. I had a water leak in the house, and it's probably about a quarter of my house is all taped off and taken apart, sheetrock down. So the plumbing company is fixing it, and it has been a nightmare. No AC in Florida for a couple of days. That wasn't the easiest, but luckily I had a place to stay. Our biggest concern was the mold. I didn't want my family breathing in mold from the leak, so the plumbing company fortunately took responsibility for their mistake, and even though they're taking a long time to fix it, they're at least fixing it and covering it, so happy about that. Just how long it's taking is a little difficult. You got people in your house all week long, and sometimes you just like your privacy, right? So we'll back down a little bit here. Give it a little bit of bean, see how it does. A little third gear pull. Big difference. Wow. Super clean. Very, very clean. That was extremely smooth. So I've done that same little stretch right there with just the ECU itself, and it felt really good. But again, it was just kind of like choppy. So if you are in the market considering going with the Powertronic ECU as well as the Fuel X, whether it's the Pro or the Lite, I definitely suggest it. That seemed to work really well, helped cleaned it up a lot. Now remember, I don't get paid for this. Like, Powertronic does not work with me on this. They're not paying me to say this stuff. If it didn't like it, I'm going to tell you, and I would have just took it off. But right now, how it's feeling, especially with this heat, it's a big difference. I like it a lot, so I definitely recommend it if you are in the market for this. What I'm going to test now is how it does in traffic. So I'm going to take it onto one of our busier roads over by where I live, and with that, I know that the Duke used to not bog, but just kind of not really like traffic in the hot days. So that's where we'll take it now, see how it does. By the way, I want to say happy 4th of July. I may drop this video today, I may drop it tomorrow, but either or, if you're American, happy 4th of July. Hope you guys are liking this setup. The camera right now is a little bit on the left side of the helmet. I have the air flight helmet, and I've tried probably 3 different setups so far, and the camera continues to fall off. So this is the new way I'm trying it. See how it goes. Awesome. I really hope that it's catching all this content and be able to catch everything that's in front of me with the handlebars, you know, the whole motovlog deal. I've had a lot of you guys say that you wanted me to do more motovlogs. So if that's the case, just let me know. Comment it below in the description. I always read the comments, I always reply back. I will definitely do more motovlogs, and I also had someone tell me to be more personal with it, to not only just talk about bikes, but to talk about what's going on and any type of issues I have going on, like personal. Get more personal with you guys. And I guess if you're interested in that, let me know. I kind of grew up not being like super open about that stuff, but if it's what you guys want to hear and relate to, maybe someone else is going through the same thing, and I'm down for it. I'm up for it. Down for it, up for it. What does that even mean? I know some of you have wanted to see the Ruckus content. The Ruckus is currently at the shop right now. We're just using it for photos and video content for the reels with Instagram. I should be taking it home fairly soon. The bike is extremely low, so that's how I wanted it. I wanted a certain look for a reason. My plan is to take it to a few different shows and everything, and with it being that low, and show it around, see what people think about it. And then after that, I may take the 14-inch stretch off and go to the 12-inch stretch that I have at the house. And then with that, it'll raise the bike up, just like my black and gold bike. It'll be at the same level as that. And then I can take it around and just ride it more, have some fun with it. I really just wanted to keep it while it's in its clean form before I make it like a more rideable bike. I just want to do a bunch of shows before it gets chipped up or anything happens. And then you'll definitely see more content with that bike. The Spree, like I said, I kind of lost like motivation on it. There's not a lot left to do. I'm just being just procrastinating, I guess, is the biggest thing. I'm just looking over at Wawa because usually I see like Anthony or Aaron over there, a couple of local guys who ride. But yeah, I'm kind of procrastinating with that, so I don't know. It's just hot. I need to figure out an AC setup for the garage. So this here is a 301. It's one of our busier roads, and usually traffic builds up more to the left here. So my plan is to take this out in the traffic, see how it does, and then I'll give you my ultimate review. Because it is hot out, and I don't want to be out here much longer. See, your boy's got fair skin, and I sweat. There's some personal stuff for you right there. That's why I like playing hockey. It's cold. It's nice on the ice. So we should be hitting some traffic up here. There's a lot of lights, and everybody should be out at the Golden Corral getting breakfast. Although there's not a lot of snowbirds here right now. Usually there's a lot of snowbirds. I've had a lot of you guys ask about the Duke, like how I like the Duke. Do I like the bike itself? I love this bike. This bike is awesome. It's probably one of my favorite bikes. It's not too much power, but it's enough. It's a 390. I mean, you're not expecting like R6 type power out of it. It's just a little naked bike. Scoot Squad. Someone's having a fun fourth. But yeah, the Duke's awesome bike. I love this thing. It rides great, handles amazing. Like I said, it's got enough power. It's a 390, so it's not bad at all. I do get a lot of hate on the KTM forums. I'm on like a KTM Facebook group that is it's like a worldwide group, and the amount of hate that stretched and lowered bikes get is unreal. There's a lot of purists out there, so they all want it exactly how it is. You got to have the same tires they're running, same chain they're running, oil. And I just constantly say the same thing. I didn't build this bike for you. I built it for me. I'm in Florida. We don't have hills or lots of winding turns, at least not over here. You can find them, they're here. It's just not here. So my bike's not super slammed. I can still turn a lot. I can still do all the regular stuff. It's not, the stretch is probably about halfway out for where it can be. So I didn't completely make this thing like unrideable, kind of like the Ruckus. But I love the negative attention it gets for it, but still attention. It still draws people to my channel, so at the end of the day, I think it's a win. So right now, I'm gonna go to 5th, even though I shouldn't be. I want to see how it does with that RPM range, that low RPM in the high gear. So right now, it'd usually be like bogging, like going back and forth. I don't feel that right now. It's just smooth. That's kind of what I like, and that's what it should have been like factory from KTM, you would think. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it helped you out if you're considering making that change to are considering buying the ECU or the Fuel X or combining them together, they may, I don't know if they, I feel like they used to have packages on that on Powertronic's site. But definitely do it. I also have the quick shifter on here. It's not the Powertronic quick shifter, I did the KTM one lock one. I will always recommend that. It is a blast to have. Thanks again, guys. I have a couple more videos coming out. I know I've been hesitant. Like I said, I had the house stuff going on, so be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And then I will see you guys on the next one.